Trinity. Let's go back to Proverbs. Not that we are leaving the cross and the resurrection behind, but it will be nice, I think, to get back to some normalcy, to some normal times. And I'm excited to go back to Proverbs. I've mentioned multiple times I've been struck by how timely this book of the Bible is. It's one that I think other people are more familiar with this book than I am. And it's a good one for us. The students actually chose James as the book for us to read at the end of the year, which is interesting to me because people often think of James as being kind of like the Proverbs of the New Testament. That's very practical and about how we can live in a way that both honors God and is, because God knows what he's talking about, is actually going to help us flourish. The passage I'm going to read today, Proverbs 6, 1 through 5, is one of the most practical passages that I can think of. It's just very specific and says, this is a wise way to live. Proverbs 6, 1 through 5 says, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge for a stranger, if you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself. For you have come into the hand of your neighbor. Go, hasten, and plead urgently with your neighbor. Give your eyes no sleep, and your eyelids no slumber. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the hand of the fowler." Have you ever been in this position where you make a financial agreement with somebody and it keeps you up at night and you're tossing and turning in bed and you realize that you are snared in the words of your mouth? Well, God makes space in his word in Proverbs 6 to give us some pretty practical advice. Go talk to the person. Go face it head on with the person that you are all tangled up with. It's interesting how often we avoid those sorts of things. But it aligns us with God's own character. God is often compared to light. God, of course, knows the truth, and the truth is true because God says it's true. Jesus says, "I am the way and the truth and the life." And being forthright when we have made a mess of things and are super stressed about it, simply just going and talking to the person is one way of expressing our trust in God and of trying to act like God and really to act like one of his servants, one of his children.